Israel's war on Gaza updates. Tanks, jets wipe out everything in Jabalia. Next breaking news: Israel's war on Gaza live. 40 killed in multiple Israeli attacks. Next breaking news: Israel tells uncourt it has right to press on with assault in Gaza's Rafah. Next breaking news: international students risk immigration status to engage in Gaza protests. Next breaking news: UN urges US to stop forced returns to Haiti after latest deportation flight. Next breaking news: California farm workers cheer new housing in town scarred by mass shooting. Next breaking news: I'm a professor who got fired and arrested for protesting Israel's Gaza war. Next breaking news: bodies of 3 hostages, including Shani Louk, recovered by Israeli forces in Gaza. Officials say the bodies of 3 hostages who were taken in the October 7th attack by Hamas in Israel have been recovered in the southern city of Rafah in Gaza, an Israeli military spokesperson said on Friday. Next breaking news: 7 dead as storms slam Houston yet again. Hundreds of thousands still without power. At least 7 people were killed as thunderstorms blew out windows in high-rise buildings, downed trees, and knocked out power to hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses in the Houston area Thursday as Southeast Texas got pummeled for the second time this month. Power outages could last weeks in parts of Houston, an official warned Friday. With temperatures expected to rise to 90 degrees, officials warned residents about being careful during cleanup and due to possible heat stroke or exhaustion. Next breaking news: TikTok says it's testing letting users post 60-minute videos. TikTok is testing letting users upload videos that are 60 minutes long as it experiments with longer-form content. Next breaking news: Mercedes-Benz workers in Alabama vote against joining the UAW. Mercedes-Benz employees at 2 of the German automakers' facilities in Alabama have voted against joining the United Auto Workers, dealing a blow to the labor group's effort to make deeper inroads in southern states. Next breaking news: Samsung trolls Apple after failed iPad Pro crush at a cheeky new Samsung advertisement makes light of a recent Apple ad for its iPad Pro that was widely panned as insensitive and out of touch. Next breaking news: Dow closes above 40,000 for first time, notching new milestone. The Dow closed above 40,000 points for the first time on Friday in a quiet day on Wall Street, with investors taking cheer in strong corporate profits and signs that inflation is cooling. Next breaking news: Chevrolet Bolt owners win $150 million settlement after electric vehicles caught fire. General Motors and LG are establishing a $150 million fund to compensate Chevrolet Bolt owners after a faulty battery caused some of the electric vehicles to burst into flames. Next breaking news: persistent helium leak triggers additional delay for Boeing's Hard Luck Starliner spacecraft. The launch of Boeing's already delayed Starliner spacecraft is slipping at least 4 more days, from next Tuesday to May 25th, because of ongoing work to resolve concerns about a small helium leak in the capsule's propulsion system, officials said Friday. Next breaking news: State Department issues worldwide alert, warns of violence against LGBTQ community. The State Department on Friday issued a worldwide caution security alert, warning of the potential for terrorist attacks, demonstrations, or violent actions against U.S. citizens and interests. Next breaking news: College awards popular campus cat with honorary Doctor of Literature degree. A Vermont university has bestowed the honorary degree of Doctor of Literature on Max the cat, a beloved member of its community, ahead of students' graduation on Saturday. Next breaking news: Dabney Coleman, 9 to 5 and Tootsie actor, dies at 92. Dabney Coleman, the mustachioed character actor who specialized in smarmy villains like the chauvinist boss in 9 to 5 and the nasty TV director in Tootsie, has died. He was 92. Next breaking news: COVID likely growing in D.C. and 12 states. CDC estimates COVID-19 infections are now likely growing in at least 12 states and the District of Columbia, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimated Friday, as health authorities are watching for signs the virus might be starting to accelerate again after a springtime lull. Next breaking news: remains of Revolutionary War barracks and musket balls indented with soldiers' teeth, discovered in Virginia. Archaeologists in Virginia uncovered what is believed to be the remains of a military barracks from the Revolutionary War, including chimney bricks and musket balls indented with soldiers' teeth. Next breaking news: bill to ban most public mask wearing, including for health reasons. Advances in North Carolina. Republican lawmakers in North Carolina are pushing forward with their plan to repeal a pandemic-era law that allowed the wearing of masks in public for health reasons, a move spurred in part by demonstrations against the war in Gaza that have included masked protesters camped out on college campuses. Next breaking news: Biden's Chinese EV tariffs don't address national security concerns. President Biden's move to quadruple tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles isn't meant to head off any potential national security threats posed by internet-connected vehicles made in China, but some political leaders in the president's own party think those concerns shouldn't be overlooked. Next breaking news: Ronaldo tops Forbes list of highest paid athletes again. Second, Cristiano Ronaldo topped Forbes list of highest paid athletes for the fourth time in his career, while Spanish golfer Jon Rahm moved up to second following his sensational switch to Saudi-backed LIV Golf. Next breaking news: Russian strikes kill 2 in Ukraine's Kharkiv as Moscow steps up attacks. Russian guided bombs have killed at least 2 people and injured 13 in Ukraine's northeastern city of Kharkiv, local officials say, as Russia continues its major military offensive in the region. Next breaking news: Michigan park officials raise alarm about potential alligator sighting. Be aware: Michigan park officials informed residents about a potential alligator sighting this week, advising them to stay alert. Next breaking news: photos and videos capture damage as strong storm slams Houston. Downtown is a mess. Houston continues to recover after dangerous storms with extremely high winds swept through the area on Thursday, leaving broken glass on streets, windows blown out, power lines down, trees on homes, and families mourning after at least 4 people were reported dead. Next breaking news: TikTok ban. Justice Department, ByteDance ask appeals court to fast-track decision. The U.S. Justice Department and TikTok on Friday asked a U.S. appeals court to set a fast-track schedule to consider the legal challenges to a new law requiring China-based ByteDance to divest TikTok's U.S. assets by January 19 or face a ban. Next breaking news: Supreme Court backs Biden on CFPB funding suit, avoiding warnings of housing chaos. Washington, the Supreme Court on Thursday batted away a challenge to how the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is funded, keeping the Obama-era agency in place and sustaining a regulation from 2017 that cracked down on payday lenders. Next breaking news: 1 in 3 Black Americans says integration hasn't helped Black students. Survey 70 years after the landmark Supreme Court decision to end segregation in schools, a majority of Americans believe more should be done to racially integrate schools. Next breaking news: member of Taiwan's parliament steals bill to prevent its passage. Members of the Taiwanese legislature clashed in a chaotic brawl this week, resulting in members being tackled and hit after a member attempted to steal a bill to prevent it from being passed. Next breaking news: Congress must stop Biden from fueling a Saudi nuclear bomb. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is heading to Saudi Arabia and Israel this weekend with Secretary of Energy Jennifer Granholm in hopes of delivering an elusive Biden foreign policy triumph, a U.S. Saudi-Israel mega deal that would upgrade the U.S.-Saudi alliance while normalizing relations between Riyadh and Jerusalem. Next breaking news: Trump suggests White House owes him apology for sham trial. Former President Trump said Friday evening he thinks the inner halls of the White House should apologize for the New York hush money case Trump faces, and that the case should be dropped. Next breaking news: Scaramucci, Trump hush money trial serving as obligatory loyalty test. Former White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci said Friday that former President Trump's New York hush money trial is serving as an obligatory loyalty test. Next breaking news: Haley protest votes raise red flags for Trump. The tens of thousands of primary votes cast in favor of Nikki Haley over the last several months are underscoring the apparent discontent many Republicans feel with former President Trump as their presumptive nominee, raising alarm for his campaign and fueling questions over whether he needs to do more to unify the party's different factions. Next breaking news: shadow of segregation looms on 70th anniversary of Brown v. Board. Rep. Al Green was only 7 when the Supreme Court ruled in the Brown v. Board of Education case that separate but equal was unconstitutional. Next breaking news: DNC targets Trump gun rhetoric with billboards near NRA conference in Texas. The Democratic National Committee is launching mobile billboards Saturday in Dallas targeting former President Trump for his rhetoric on gun violence and reform. Next breaking news: nearly 900,000 Yogi tea bags recalled for excessive pesticide residue. Nearly 900,000 Yogi tea bags have been recalled after excessive levels of pesticide residues were detected, according to details posted by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Next breaking news: Biden marks 70 years since Brown v. Board of Education. A prayer was answered. President Biden on Friday commemorated the 70th anniversary of the landmark Supreme Court ruling that ended segregation in public schools. Next breaking news: Debate Commission co-chair blames Dunn. Claim for Biden campaign decision. The co-chair of the commission on presidential debates blamed 2 top Biden advisors for his campaign's decision to forego the traditional debates and have 2 earlier battles with former President Trump instead. Next breaking news: Schiff flabbergasted at Johnson appearance outside Trump courthouse. Rep. Adam Schiff said he was flabbergasted that Speaker Mike Johnson made an appearance at former President Trump's hush money trial in New York this week, slamming House Republicans who showed up as greedy for power. Next breaking news: Mercedes workers in Alabama vote against joining UAW. Mercedes-Benz workers in Alabama voted against joining the United Auto Workers Friday, dealing a blow to the union that hopes to make progress in the South following a successful election in Tennessee last month. Next breaking news: House GOP releases $1.5 trillion farm bill proposal as clock ticks. House Agriculture Chair Glenn Thompson unveiled his long-awaited farm bill, teeing up the process of wedding the two chambers' competing visions for the $1.5 trillion package underpinning the U.S. agriculture system. Next breaking news: Warrens celebrate CFPB win at Supreme Court, warns of more challenges. Sin Elizabeth Warren celebrated the Supreme Court's Thursday decision to reject a GOP challenge to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's funding structure. Next breaking news: Evening Report, chaotic late-night House hearing continues to play out. Speaker Mike Johnson sought to calm the waters after an intensely personal war of words reverberated across Capitol Hill on Friday. Next breaking news: CDC to end free COVID vaccine program for uninsured early. A federal program providing free COVID-19 vaccines to uninsured and underinsured adults is shutting down this summer, before the fall rollout of updated vaccines to fight against the latest variants. Next breaking news: Morehouse president will cease ceremonies if protesters shout down Biden. The president of Morehouse College has said he will cease ceremonies during the school's Sunday graduation if there are major disruptions during President Biden's scheduled commencement address. Next breaking news: House Republicans may be humoring Trump at his trial, but it's no laughing matter. A lot of people who ought to know better have been saying a lot of very silly things about Donald Trump's trial lately. Next breaking news: Kevin Spacey, tremendously important. #MeToo movement has shifted in the direction of unfairness. Kevin Spacey says while the #MeToo movement has been tremendously important, the pendulum has swung very, very far in the direction of unfairness. Next breaking news: centrist think tank dares Trump to testify in hush money trial. Third Way, a centrist think tank, is targeting former President Trump over his past comments about defendants not testifying because he has yet to take the stand in his New York hush money trial. Next breaking news: abnormally hot summer even more likely in latest NOAA forecast. Here's where new predictions for the summer season, released by NOAA's Climate Prediction Center this week, show weather is likely to heat up in almost every corner of the United States. Next breaking news: Britain will face defense challenges no matter who wins its upcoming election. Defense has become a hot topic in the run-up to the next British general election, which is likely to be held in October. Keir Starmer, leader of the Labour Party, has been at great pains to differentiate himself from his far-left predecessor Jeremy Corbyn, who advocated terminating Britain's nuclear deterrent. As Starmer asserted when he became party leader, never again will Labour go into an election again not trusted on national security. Next breaking news: Biden's HHS is trying to twist the Hyde Amendment to mandate abortion funding. Recently, the Biden administration's Department of Health and Human Services released a little-known Indian health service rule that eliminates regulations against that sub-agency funding abortions. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for getting latest update of United States, trending news and top stories about USA.